Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina from liftingpinsandneedles.com. Welcome to this channel that is all about sewing, limitless sewing, and today I have some information to share with you about the capsule collection that is starting right now at Love Notions. A few weeks ago we had a group of patterns, summer and swim. Now the collection is called Woven Wonders. So there's 5 patterns, all for woven fabrics, both tops and bottoms that you can mix around and make outfits with. And actually, most of them here are my favorites and I've sewn many times before. So I'll just go over them with you, show you some images of each. All of these patterns in the PDF format will be $5 for the next 2 weeks. This collection ends the 30th of July, so you have a long time to get inspiration, to choose what you like. If you don't have these patterns, you could get them for a very reduced price. Also, one of these has a course. I'll mention that when I mention the pattern. One of them is a Timbre, and this is a peasant style type of blouse or dress. It was released in 2024. When it was released, I made 3 versions. What you can see there are raglan sleeves, super easy to sew, and a roundish neckline that's sort of wider. It's finished with a casing and elastic on the inside. The sleeves can be long, they can be short, plenty of options there. For the back is always going to be on the fold, but the front can be simple on the fold, or you can have a button placket. I've sewn it many ways. So I have a beautiful tencel dress that's just on the fold. It's a tencel with a print though, so it's a simple version. The dress is amazing because of the print and it's super flowy and it's amazing. I made a winter version. It's a long sleeve green rayon twill one with the long sleeves and the casing with elastic here. That one does have the placket. My favorite, most worn, has been my red version, which is a blouse or shirt, broderie and glaze in red, just dreamy. And with that one I have the short sleeves and the button placket. I have detailed tutorials about how to sew this pattern, so you will find it very achievable. When my mum came last year, I made her a dress in this beautiful border print rayon, super floaty. The fabric is what shines there, so I kept it simple on the fold like that. And I made myself a hack. I made a halter top using the bodice without the sleeves, so minus the raglan sleeves. And I used a really nice print there with pink and black. It's just such a great pattern and I loved doing that hack. The other is a bottom, the Allegros. Now this one was released many years ago. I have sewn countless amounts of them. That's 7 or 8 or even more counting the skirts, because you have shorts, a skirt and pants. They all have the same waist finish and pocket and all the details on the top. They're all the same. Then it just differs whether it's a skirt or shorts. Slanted pocket openings, back patch pocket, pull up, elasticized waistband. The leg is tapered, sort of straightish tapered. It's I wouldn't say it's super tapered or super wide. It's just very classic, and I've made many of these in linen. I've used it to refashion jeans that are big, and I just place the pattern pieces on top. At this point, the one that fits me the best is the caramel trousers. It was also a refashion, and these are the ones that I made in the end of 2024. They fit me very well. Ones I made previously do not fit me anymore. There is a skirt I made in denim in 2019 that is the most worn of all. I'm wearing it up to now. Amazing. I took it to my trip to the UK and to Europe, and that is a hack with a fake button placket on the front. I wore that skirt everywhere and I always grab it because it's just so wearable. It's A-lined and it's a grey denim, so it literally goes with everything. But this is one I want to revisit, make again, print out the correct size and just make it again, because it's just so nice to wear, so comfortable, super easy to sew at this point for me because I've made it so many times, and you'll find a ton of content about it on the channel. Another woven blouse that can also be a dress is the most famous pattern out of Love Notions, I would say, in the woven department. This is a Rhapsody. I've made this one countless amounts of times as well. I've got a detailed tutorial on how to sew the little V and the binding. I've made it out of silk, out of rayon, out of chiffon. I've made dresses out of it. I've made a sneaky dress out of rayon spandex, although this pattern is not for knits. I have used rayon spandex, and I also made a top in ITY. So I've made a lot of things with this pattern and it's beautiful. Just the other day I wore one of my dresses to church. This was a version I made in 2019 where I hacked the neckline to have a facing instead. No binding, no little V, the little V is there, but included in the facing. And I loved wearing that. I wore it with sneakers and I felt very cool, if I say so myself. Same, tons of content about this pattern on the channel. If you don't have it, you're missing out. One thing I do with this pattern is at the back, instead of a box pleat below the yoke, I usually do it gathered instead. I like that, and I've kept doing that over and over again. So that is something that you can do if you want to try something different. The tempo sundress, oh my gosh, have I made an amount of these? I've made 11. Now they're not all dresses. I've made a few peplum tops. I even made one in a scuba, scuba structured knit. So I used all the same techniques. I believe I've got about 3 or 4 peplum tops. Now if you're worried about it being a sundress, there was a sleeve extension added on later. So you can do that as well. I've got content about how to sew it, how I've done it, and it's been perfect. I love this dress. I have always lined my bodices. I even have a tutorial on how to sew the inseam pockets with French seams if you want to go extra fancy with your inside finishes. So there is a lot of inspiration you can grab for this dress from my channel. And what I like the best is the fit, that sweetheart neckline, and that the straps are wide. You can wear your regular sturdy wide strap bras if you need that support, and don't worry about a thing. I love this dress and it's great value for $5. And then the 5th pattern is the Duet trousers. This one could be for knits or for wovens. Sewing the Duet trousers was one of the first pattern tests I did for Love Notions in 2018. So you can see the history goes back quite a bit with the brand. Back then I sewed some really colorful ones, and the whole fitting process was a really fun thing to do. Since then I've made a bunch. The only one that I can use right now is one I made in Ponte Roma last year. That's just pull up and super comfortable. It's like super like bright blue. These are the Duet trousers, and this is the first time I make them in a knit. I made these countless times in woven, but this time I used a Ponte Roma. It's a print that has black and blue on it. I really like the print, and I like it paired with my blue Aria shirt that I made recently. It matches my Geneva jacket in the same fabric, so I have a set right there. It's a really great pattern. It's got a zipper on the side and a waistband that's curved. I've actually never done the zipper on the side with the invisible zipper. I always just do a regular zipper, centered, or I do a full-on fly front zipper because I just like that. Great classic. You can choose leg widths here, tapered or straight. So you have options, and being knit and woven I think is really versatile. You can use Ponte Roma or structured knits and you'll get some comfy pants that you can wear wherever you want. Super classic. I will have a dedicated blog post on my website with all the information. It's one click. I will leave it for you to click on here in the description box and the comment section, where you can click and bam, you have all the information you want all in one place. All the patterns, all my affiliate links, all my videos, they will all be in one place so that it's easy for you to find and get inspiration and tutorials while this collection is live. Remember, all these 5 patterns are going to be $5 each till the 30th of July. And I will have some new items to share with you during these 2 weeks from this collection. I'm excited. I'm still brainstorming, but I have an idea. You will like it. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you back soon here at Lifting Pins and Needles with more fun sewing. Bye.